Vance, and I'm here
Really?
to interview.
Go ahead.
And I'm here to interview Great Grandpa and Great Grandma. Hi, Great Grandpa. How are you
Hi.
doing today?
Pretty good. I've had a good day so far.
So, can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Where and when were you born?
I was born in Birch Run, Michigan, on Damo Road, 3 miles south of Frankenmuth. So I was really born in Birch Run, not in Frankenmuth.
When were you born?
Born July 12th, 1927. Probably the greatest day in Birch Run.
What did you do to entertain yourself when you were younger?
I don't entertain myself. I keep myself busy. And I visit friends, like today.
What did you do when you were a little boy?
I was a bad boy. How's that? Okay.
Yes. How was school different back when you were a child compared to now?
How is it different? There's no comparison. See, and when I was a boy, we had one bicycle for 4 children. And you walked, and you worked on the farms. You were sent to the farms to where people would take care of us, and we got 3 meals a day to eat, and we had to work. I drove horses at 9 years old, and so forth, and to harvest crops and so forth. And it was a very good experience. We had so much fun. You also had to work every day, otherwise you wouldn't get to eat.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
I don't think I know that, because we really, in our day, everybody was poor, and nobody really had, and we just liked to get together and have fun. I don't think we ever talked about what we're going to do later in life until we got out of high school, and so forth, because it was really a matter of our parents being able to afford to live. After all, we never had 2 bicycles in our family, because parents could only afford 1. So we shared that. Then when we got older in high school, we got 1 car for 4 children, so forth. And you had to share and share and share. So it was a very exciting time. So
How did you meet Great Grandma?
I didn't meet her. She came running after me. Okay. No, I don't know. We were involved in our church, in our youth programs, and in our school programs, and so forth. And we just kind of met, and after a while we became attached to each other. I used to walk from our house to the bus that we had to meet at 7 o'clock in the morning, and that was about a half-a-mile walk. And Mom had a walk, Ruth had a walk from her house, and we meet on the corner of Tuscola and Franklin and walk the rest of the way to Main Street to get on the bus. And that's how we saw each other every day, but we didn't date, and so forth. And then we went to school in Saginaw, and we'd come home and we'd repeat the same thing. And I went to work and she went to work.
Did you have any pets when you were growing up?
Did I have what?
Any pets?
Not really. No, we all, everybody had a dog in the country to protect the place and so forth. But I've never had cats or birds or anything like that and so forth. First things, the family could not afford the feed and everything for it, so you lived a simple life. We had no pets.
Do you have any siblings? How many do you have, and what are their names?
Oh, look at how pretty
You're
they
talking about our
pretty.
brothers and sisters.
Yep.
Well, my oldest brother was Walter. I hardly ever knew him. He was quite a bit older than I. And he went to Chicago to go to school and so forth. And he's my oldest brother. Gilbert was my other brother. And he lived in Frankmouth, and we were bed partners. We had slept together for 15 years and so forth. And worked in town and so forth. And he's died. Both of my brothers died. And I had two sisters, Marion, and she was born in after a while. Actually, she and I were pretty close because we were raised together and so forth. And then Eunice was born when I already had left the house, basically. And so I, Walter, who was a teacher, Gilbert, who was a laborer, Marion, who was worked in professional jobs, and my sister Eunice, who went to Paris and then married and raised a family in Battle Creek.
Cool. So, what was your hobby when you were young?
I had no hobbies. I was too busy for hobbies. I loved to go visit my cousins and so forth. I loved to play sports. I bowled. I played softball. I was a great ping pong player. As my friend, my neighbor and friend and I were champions of Frankfurt for many years in doubles and ping pong. So I had that so far that I played for the state championship in softball one year. So I had a great time in having sports in my life and so forth.
So that answers my next question. Did you play any sports when you were younger?
I played lots of sports.
Yes. And so let's go on to the next one. What are some big events that happened on the news when you were young?
Well, every Sunday afternoon, we were required as a family to listen to Lutheran Hour, which was on radio. In those days, there were no TVs. And you had one radio in the house, and my father was in charge of that. Every Sunday afternoon, we had to sit down and listen to the Lutheran Hour. It was really exciting and so forth. And then we went to work, and we hardly ever went to a movie because you had to get permission to go to the movie and so forth. And when we dated, Mom and I, we'd go to a movie only once in a while, but you had to be home by 10:30, otherwise I was not allowed to go out anymore the rest of the week. The rules were made and so forth. The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and started the Second World War. We sat on the floor in the living room listening to that explanation. The big next event was when we invaded Europe in D-Day in 1945 and so forth. Those are big events in life. In our day, you never listened to sports and things on radio. The only thing ever was announced were baseball games, but sports were done on TV. There was no TV, and only radio had baseball, that's all. So the big events, there weren't that many.
Where were some exciting places you've gone in your life? Which was your favorite and why?
Well, Mom and I traveled quite a bit when we never went to many. I remember in 1930, our parents took us on a trip for 2 weeks when we drove in a Chevrolet and went to the Upper Peninsula, Minnesota, Illinois, the Black Hills, to visit family and so forth. But there were no really big events. When once we got married, we went all over. Favorite cities: San Francisco, Chicago, New York, I went to a cruise in Mediterranean, went to London 3 times, and visited places of interest and so forth. We never grew much interested in going to the hot climates. Hawaiians, we went to Hawaii twice. It's not for us. We're not beach people and so forth. So it was, but those are the places. Mom and I traveled together many cities and places, and we had a great time.
So thank you for interviewing with me. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We enjoyed having you.